second letter. Who got the keys to the Jeep and the Hiller? They ain't never been realer. I am not shook, I'm aligned in chiller. My face blue steel, I ain't never been stiller. Ooh, KB ain't gotta get bigger. Ooh, Southside sing killers, bring light to the dark spots. Wake up, I didn't make up this God of divine concealer. On the bread of heavens like the red and black 11s, walking through the pearly gates. Bobby do the most, I'm in the Holy Ghost. I'm looking like the Pope swerving race. They gon' get the word today. I send a text back, never curved the fade.
Yo, what's good, family? It's your boy Jay Murray, and I'm here with another episode of the NSG Podcast. Today, man, I got a super duper guest for you. My homie, my brother, man, Pastor MacArthur Cook, but you know him better as DJ Fanatic. So thank you, brother, man. Thank you for being here with me.
Man, thank you for having me on, Jay Murray.
Well, yeah, look, man. Well, here at the NSG Podcast, we just seek to have conversation to promote growth and help people become all that they were called to be. And there's so many incredible passions and avenues that people are flowing in that, man, I just want to give a platform, give credit where credit is due, and let the world see incredible talent. And no doubt, man, you are a man of talent. So listen, family, let me give this man a proper introduction, right? So this man is a super duper silverback lion in the jungle, shark in the water, man, make you dance, get down. Man, he is also a former OG, triple OG, who's been reformed by the Lord, but he's still a soldier.
Yeah.
Man, give it up for my boy, MacArthur Cook. Man,
what's up, man?
Shout out, man.
Yeah,
so look,
man.
brother. Let's start off like this, man. Tell me a little bit about yourself and your passions, bro. Like your passions for music, a little bit about your passion for ministry, and just sharing with us who you are.
First of all, you know what I'm saying? My name, once again, DJ Fanatic. Born and raised in Tuskegee, man. You know, my mom and dad, thank God for them, and my siblings, my brothers and my sister. Had another brother, he's deceased, but you know, I give a shout out to him, man. That's one reason why I got into the music, man, because my baby brother to keep me out of trouble. And also I am married to a beautiful, loving wife, praying, filled with the Holy Ghost. Miss C,
shout out Miss C. We got love.
She's a beautiful, loving, caring wife, man. Been supporting me for years, and she just pray for me and she keep me, you know, prayed up, and you know, and she did be straight up with me, man. I got some beautiful, loving kids. Got 5 beautiful kids. All my daughters, my son, and I got some beautiful grandkids, man. 7, but you know, I got 3 others that
okay.
You know, 3 others that I took in as my grandchildren. But you know what I'm saying? Like saying, went to school from Auburn. We left from Tuskegee. Went to Auburn for a little while, left there. My mom and dad separated. And you know, just ended up being a angry teenager, man, and end up being the games and stuff like that. You know, just stayed in a lot of trouble. But you know, I just thank God for giving me an opportunity, man, to have some big brothers in the neighborhood, kept me out of trouble, whatever, and you know, be able to do what I'm doing today, and went for God and for them, and having my parents, my grandmoms, you know, everybody that really believe in me, man, just keep going on. Went to the military, did 4 years, retired, you know what I'm saying, medical retired from there.
Okay.
And, you know, but, you know, just a little bit about me, got a degree in theology, you know, and everything. So, and also back in 2007, I answered the call to ministry. God called me to ministry and to be his vessel, his article for him to spread the good news wherever he allowed me to go and be, you know, and been at that for going on 17 years. But, you know, and in that, you know what I'm saying, do a lot of street ministry. You know, my first ministry we started was Taking Back the Street. And then we have multiple other ministry. And this one of the ministry that I do also, Christian Crunk Music Entertainment. You know, also a pastor. with my beautiful wife. Me and her both pastors for Greater World Outlaw Ministry. But we just love people. We love to do God will and what God wants us to do in the community, man, making a difference. I always want to give back to the neighborhood, give back to the community, the stuff that I've done to tear it down. But, over the years from Auburn to Tuskegee, Opelika, different around everywhere I went, man, I just stayed in a lot of trouble. I didn't back down for a lot of stuff, man. And ended up being in one of the worst games when I was coming up for disciple. But was an OG in the streets, and now I'm an OG for the GOD, man, and street certified, man. Like you said, Jay Murray, being that lion, that silverback, that shark, man, that grizzly, man. And I mean that for real. I want to thank God for street credibility. For Him giving me the credibility to be and make difference and be able to go to the neighborhoods and make change, man.
Man, shout out, man. Well, thank you so very much for sharing a little bit of your backstory. Something that you said really, really touched me. You was like, man, I'm going back and repairing things that I broken in the streets. You didn't say it like that, but basically what you were saying was, man, I caused so much trouble in the streets and so many things that I broke. Now God is using me to go back into those same streets and repair what was broken. And I think that's an incredible story of redemption. A lot of times when people hear the story of redemption, they always thinking about going from broke to rich. But man, I love the story of redemption where you repair the things that you broke. And what I mean is not saying that we can repair all the things that we broke. We can't mend all the relationships that we broken up. But man, you're back giving back to your community. And to me, shout out to those, man, who started from the bottom financially and then they made it to the top. But I'm talking about people who go back and repair the damage that they did in communities, man. That gets a lot of respect from me. So a lot of that, man, you said you wear a lot of hats, right? And shout out right now, you're wearing your Christian Crunk Music Entertainment gear, right? Shout out. I got it. Yeah. Hey, look, shout out, man. Get your gear,
shout
man.
out, man. Get
Christian
your gear, man.
Crunk Music Entertainment. You see your boy fresh as he could possibly be.
Yeah, man.
So Christian Crunk Music Entertainment. Tell us a little bit about that and what's your heart and passion behind using music to spread the message and really, man, just some good vibes for Jesus, bro.
Man, actually, Jay Murray, man, it's funny. I started back when I was probably 16, 17 years old, man. I was doing it for the world then, you know what I'm saying? But I started off with my cousin and my brother, man. We all got together at his home in our neighborhood. And, just to get on the, he had like the old DJ equipment, pretty much from the pioneer from that all it began, the needles and the records and stuff like that, man. And I always go down and check him out, man. He always give us a come down and, and want to be able to learn how to do it. So basically that's what I start off, man. Then I end up, just love music, man. I love hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Back in the days, in the early 80s, man,
still love hip hop.
Still love hip hop, man. And in the early 80s, man, I'm listening to a lot of songs, you know what I'm saying, from LL Cool J to Kid and Play, NWA and all the laws like Bismarcky and KRS-One and all that, man, MC Light, so and the Fat Boys, the Skinny Boys. So man, then you went from other, but man, basically that's what I actually started at, man, with just DJing with my cousin in this back room, you know what I'm saying, and just getting down the ones and twos and learning how to be perfect in my craft. I wouldn't ever be where I am today if it wasn't for my brother, the other guys, my cousin DJ Butterfinger out of ATL, and my cousin, my boy Chill, we call him Wayne, and Tony Philp, a lot of guys from 29 areas to surrounding areas, from the neighborhood, man. And but I did it. I DJ at the End Zone. My cousin now, man, they wanted me to DJ one night. Need somebody to DJ, so I said I do it. So they know I know how to DJ. So I said just show me what I need, what equipment and stuff at. So he showed me everything, man, and I went from there. But the flip on the other side, man, because I was listening to all that music, man, you know, you had in the early '80s, you had a lot of positive music from the people from the background, from their life, and they, you know, rapped about their life, the struggle. Then you did, you know, I think when the MWA came on the scene, you know what I'm saying, that's when gangster rap actually, you know, a lot of others came to gangster rap. They went a lot of cussing, you know, cussing and everything. So, you know, I remember I had a song called the F the Police, but you know, that just took me to a whole other level, man, for the gangs and stuff like that. But you know, music, man, I've been loving music for a long time, man. I gotta come from a background of generation from on my dad's side. You know, my grandmama, my great grandma played piano, my dad played drum, uncle played saxophone, my uncle played bass, lead guitar. And that's just one of the talent and gift that we had on this side. And you know, one of our cousins, my grandma told me before she deceased on my dad's side that the great Sam Cooke was our cousin from, you know, and that's just, you know, music always have been a part of this family on my dad's side. So man, I just love doing it. And then, you know, just flip it on, just poisoning, you know what I'm saying, listening and then actually poisoning other people, man, myself, you know what I'm saying, all of this stuff I was listening to music. But now I'm actually doing it on God's side now, man. And been in the game for a while, man. I write music. I used to record one of my young cousins. His name was Purpose, man. But you know, give a shout out to him, man. I wouldn't be where I am today without God, and you know, and all the other people, my brothers, my cousin, and family. You know what I'm saying? The guys that grew up, even my cousin Marcus, man, took me to the whole nother level, man. We'll be up for you know what I'm saying. We'll be up for like. Go there, man. We get started from 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We don't leave this studio till about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. And but now I'm doing it for, you know, now I'm flipping the thing. Now God allowed me to flip it on this side on Christian Crunk Music Entertainment, man. And basically it came up, you know, God gave it to me on last year, man, you know, probably before then. But I just more start coming out with it more, man. Christian Crunk Music Entertainment. Representing the God, man, and doing it for God, man, getting crunk for Christ, man. I was the same way in the streets when I was dancing at the skate center, going different places, man. We traveled, we did talent shows, man. We traveled with some of the guys in the neighborhood, man. We had a step team, a dance team, so we went all over, you know, pretty much in the States. I've been in a lot of places, man. You know, the dance and stuff, man, perform. So it just music has been for a long time, but now I'm doing it for God now, man. Jay Murray. So I love doing it, man. I like to get down 1, 2, man. I put the work in, man. It takes time, you know. I remember I started off on one little small mixer, man, and a beginner Pioneer DJ controller. Now I went to the DJ RX3, a high performance, you know, Pioneer controller, man. It's a high technology of DJing, man. It's a whole nother level over here, man. I'm still trying to master it, but I got, you know, I'm coming on with it. But man, I enjoy doing it, man.
All right, man. Well, check this out then. Well, listen, here, man, we walk it like we talk it. You know what I mean? So, man, what I'm gonna have you to do, man, get on those 1s and 2s and show us what you're working with, because you know, folks be talking about they're able to do something, man. But it ain't until you out there and you able to put it down like you say you put it down. And and we're just gonna give you a moment to have you a session. Let everybody know what DJ Fanatic is about. So if you would, hey, Mr. DJ, play me something. Play me something, man.
I'm gonna play one of these songs, man. I'm one of the mixes, man. I've been working. I've been grinding. Let y'all see what we working with, man, at Christian Crunk Music Entertainment. I give a shout out to No More Dirty Ink. Just signed with my record label, my boy Fred Whitlow. Go and check him out on YouTube, No More Dirty Ink. Family, you'll be seeing more of that with Christian Crunk Music Entertainment, man, partnership and being a part of No More Dirty family, man. And we
shout out to No More Dirty, man.
Yeah,
man,
we're gonna get
real.
crunk.
They legit. They
legit. So you need to check them out, man. We growing. They growing. They actually growing. It's a
Minister
movement.
Fred Whitlow, man, Huntsville, Alabama, man. He doing his thing, man. That's a real brother, man.
We finna get down on the 1 to 2 DJ Fanatic Christian Crunk Music Entertainment Squad. We going hard for God. Come on, man. You know, we finna get crunk. We finna get crunk. And over like Alabama, down here at the Christian Crunk Music Entertainment, give a shout out to my boy, Jay Murray, never stop growing. Come on, y'all.
3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Going down, y'all. Let's get down. Cast all your cares on them. You ain't come to just stare, homie. What kind of church did you think it is? Should have known you was coming for deliverance. Out of bounds when you hear the sound. Don't be around, move quickly now. One king, you can bow down. But put your hands in the air right now, cause tonight I just wanna dance on a nice guy. So don't make it dance like I took you to years. You can go when you're gonna know, make it flow. Man, we gonna have a party.
Hey. Hey, your boy DJ Fanatic. So, all right, hold on. All right. Look, we can't give it all to them. No, They're going to have to pay for the rest of it. Bro, they're going to have to pay for the rest of it. We can't give it all to them. My boy. Listen, I told y'all, man, this man do this, man. This man do this. Play with him if you want to. This man do this. And I promise you this, you better get on the bandwagon now, for real. But when this man is doing his thing around the world, don't be calling him now. Don't be calling. Don't be calling talking about, hey, DJ Fanatic, can you come through and play my little daughter's birthday party? No, Yesterday's price ain't today's price. You better catch it right now. Yesterday's price ain't today's price. Man, thank you so very much for that jam session. Boy, hey, I had to stop you, man.
Yeah, man.
Listen,
you about to take me there, bro.
Hey, bro, they can't get it all for free, man.
They can't get it all
for free, man. So, listen, I appreciate that so very much, man. And I think it's so incredibly dope that you're using your talents and gifts for the glory of God, man. Because real talk, I think people lose their uniqueness when they come to God. They think they got to lose their uniqueness, right? And everybody is trying to assimilate characters in the Bible, but really what God is calling for us to do is assimilate the fact that these characters love God and love people, right?
Right.
So therefore, use your talents in a way that honors God and also blesses people, man. So shout out to that. So also, just switching gears just a little bit, man, definitely you're out in the community. And man, you're pouring into young men. Tell me a little something about your passions into pouring into young men and why so desperately needed.
Man, I believe J. Murray is so desperately needed, man, because our just looking at the man's, man, just not only in our Black community, all over, man, but just especially, more focused on our Black community, man. It just I see myself, seeing myself in a lot of these young men as I go out in the streets, man, and just be able to talk with them and, communicate with them, man, and fellowship with them, man. And more I talk to them, man, you'll be surprised what they go through, man, and what they have been through, it's so important, man. As me, I'm a pioneer, man, and, street certified, hit the street, man. And I remember when I was a young teenager, how I was so, a menace to a society, man, to the society, you know what I'm saying, and doing things out in the street. So it's so important to me now. I'm being able to give back what God wants me to give back, to his, to these young men, to the in the streets, what I'm saying, the community, to make a change, man. They can become who they are in God and know who they are in God, and to have a true relationship with God, man, and realize that they have a heavenly Father. Some have lost their earthly father and even their earthly mother, but at the end of the day, they have a father, man, and a mother, a brother, a sister, have a friend that stick closer than any brother, man. That's God, and our Father, soul, the Spirit. So it's so important to pour into them, man, and to make a change, to make a difference. I realize I won't be able to reach everybody, but I know that when God gives me an opportunity to come in contact with someone, man, I just want them to see him in me. And most of all, that love of God, agape, unconditional love, the baptism of God love. And that, the Bible speaks that, love covers multitude of sin. So to be able to them to speak life in them, that they know what their value are, they know who they are as a young king, as a man of God, knowing their worth, so but they can be able to do the same thing in their family one day when they're get married to their beautiful wife that God sent them, and and be able to do that. Because I know coming up myself, my dad was in my life pretty much in the early part of my life, at the age of up to the age of 13. But when my mom and dad separated, they just did a lot to me. And I just have a heart, man. My heart go out to the young men And these young mothers, these mothers that raise their kids and their sons, mostly with the young men, it's so hard to raise young men because they it just, man, it's a lot, man.
Yeah, man. Well, man, just piggybacking off of that, man. I can say there is a difference between having street influence and street certification, right? A lot of times, man, there are people that young people never met that has influence over them. So, like the social media, the guy that on social media, he's showing that he got a Lamborghini, he got all the girls, he got all the cars, he got all the money, he got all the notoriety. They can have influence, but certification means that somebody has walked with you in these neighborhoods, and as well as I know, because you've been there, I've been there, man. Listen, it ain't until you get them calls at 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night, and it's a single mother saying, listen, I need some help. I need somebody to come do something with them. I need somebody to come talk to them. And then there's a level of understanding how important men are in the lives of other young men, right? I think one of the things that's messed up, and shout out to women who have stepped up and did what they had to do, but I think it's a problem that they even had to do that in the first place. And I wish society, as young boys are growing up without the right male figures in their life, that men would surround themselves around these young men in the community and say, this is not your mother's burden to teach you how to be something that she will never be, right? A woman should never have to teach a young man how to be a man, because she will never be a man.
That's right.
She can say, this is what I want a man to be, right? Or if she's had a negative experience, that you're not going to be like that man, but she can never give the full essence of being a man. Just like, listen, a man can share what he wants a woman to actually be, like his daughter. He can share what he wants her to be. That's why a lot of times when they're single fathers, they're raising up their daughters to be like, hey man, watch out for these games, watch out for these tricks, take care of yourself, be very independent, because they don't know what it is to be a woman, to understand that my job, not only as a man, but as a woman, is to be interdependent, right? We're teaching people to be independent when really we maximize ourselves for being interdependent. And you don't see nobody teaching that, right? They're not teaching somebody how to work with people. They're trying to teach people how to work in spite of people.
Come on, man.
So shout out, man, what you're doing. And a lot of people don't know, it's not about the show, man. It's really not about the pictures that's taken, how many boys that you got. It's really about the day and night work of being there for kids and showing up at games, man. And like you, man, being there when parents actually need you. So shout out to what you're doing, man, because that's the real work. And I always think about this, man. I was talking to somebody the other day, and they asked me, why did I get involved with young men in the community, right? When I moved to Opelika, me and my wife had 2 small children. And I thought about this, if I'm not involved in the community that my children live in, one, how could I keep my children safe, right? And the kids that lived in this community around my children went to school with my children. They went to the Boys and Girls Club with my children. So if I can have influence in their lives, I even indirectly have influence in the life of my children, right? And I always think about this, man. It's important that we raise up good young men and good young women, or else I thought about this, man, if I don't set a community of good young men, who would my daughter marry in the future? If we're not putting good men out there, who would we give our daughters away to? And even if we have daughters, if we're not investing into young men, right, then who are they going to be? Or if we have daughters, man, who are the young men going to marry? The thing about God that I realize is this, bro. God is past, present, and future. And what I mean by that is, if we're flowing in the vein of God, we need to be working past, present, and future. And what I mean by the past, meaning that we need to be learning by the past, active in the present, but working toward the future. A lot of times, man, we ain't learned nothing from the past, and we just living simply for the present, and all the while destroying the future.
You're right.
You know, go ahead, bro.
And you know, man, like you say, you learn from a lot of from the past, learn mistakes and stuff you made, man, and that's why that's so with me, the things you go through and learn from, because there's so many times that I flunked the test, you know what I'm saying? Before I even got saved, even when I was saved, I flunked a lot of tests because of a lot of stuff that was still there.
I flunk tests still today.
Today, you know what I'm saying?
Right now.
And and I did with a lot of stuff when it came with mine, having that anger issue, man. I had it bad, man. Mad with the world, with my father, with my mom separate, man, and that would really trigger off me because, man, I never forget, man. My dad, my mom, when they separated, man, my dad was on in our home in Auburn, and he was still on the steps, man, in our home, and he, he was crying, and I felt so bad because I didn't want to leave, I didn't want to leave my dad there, but at that particular time, man, there was so much going on, man, and that's all I remember, you know what I'm saying? Seeing my dad like that, then, and seeing my mom going through because, man, being honest, you know what I'm saying? My mom, my dad, we experienced, a lot of being abusive, man, a lot of stuff going on with our parents, behind the scenes, a lot of stuff we saw, a lot of stuff we didn't see. But, man, I know I didn't really, after 13, from me being from the age of 13, from that point on, from 14 on up, man, my dad wasn't really there a whole lot. He called every once in a while, or he may pop up every once in a while. But most, man, it was my mom, my grandma. My mom stepped up, man. But like you said, my mom did the best she could, with God helping her to raise, boys,
shout out
man.
To
because
those mothers, man.
Yeah, man, because I have a mom. I have a real strong mom, man. My grandma, she rest in peace. Thank God for my grandma. My grandma taught us how to do. How to work, man, how to be able to be responsible. And they always taught us, man, most all she taught about the things of God, man. She always kept it in the church, you know what I'm saying? And we couldn't sit at home, man. On Sunday morning, we had to go to church, man. You back then, it's different now, man. People have, you know what I'm saying, they choose to go or not, but we have a choice,
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Grandma Baskin, man. Listen,
I know.
Them grandkids were going to church, bro.
Man, we going to church, man.
We going to church.
And I think, you know what I'm saying, but I know that's what helped me who I am today, you know what I'm saying? Even though the Bible says, train your child up, man, in the things of God, and never depart from it, and that what they trained us up, you know what I'm saying, in the things, and my grandma put that in us, man, making sure we had that word, man, because at the end of the day, you're going to need that word, man. You're going to need God. I don't care who you is, man. And now when I look back on my life, man, I remember back, J. Murray, man, when I coming up, man, every time people saw me coming, man, they were like, oh, man, here go goddamn Mickey Cook, because that's my name, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They said, here you go. Everywhere I went, man, hell came with me, man. It was like, if they be playing basketball, having a good time. When I came in, I just tear it down, man, and everybody, but they told me I wasn't going to live to be 22 years old, man. But God had a different plan for me, man. And I thank God for all that time, my grandma for praying, my mama praying, my family praying for me. They never gave up on me, man. And that's why I have that compassion, that love on these young men that I, cross paths with and be able to pour into, even when we be in the communities out there at Royal Park, ready to, what I'm saying, the Grow Academy on Wednesday. Not just on that, man, just be able to spend time with them, man. It's more than just having that time with them, but what you know what I'm saying, what me, what's so important that you be consistent, man, and show them that you really do love. You just ain't gonna say, okay, man, just be in their life, call them, see how they doing. Hey, how your day been? Go to the football game, or when they play sport, go to their graduation, whatever they got going. If you have the time, man, it's so important to have balance. You know what I'm saying, and be able to take that time to show them how much you love them, not just talking, man. That's the problem, man. They're one of my big pet peeves, man. Being, you got to be consistent. One day we hear and the next thing you know, you ain't calling me, check up on, man. But no,
but can I say this?
Go ahead.
Can I interject real quick, man?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
You just dropped the nugget, and I want to make sure that nugget don't get fall by the wayside. Man, you said, man, listen, it's not about being perfect, it's about being present. Right? That, man, you don't have to be a perfect man to pour into the life of another man or younger man. You just have to be present, bro.
That's
and be consistent in it. So, you know, and thinking about that and why we lack a lot of men in community, do you think that's because men don't have the right circles? Do you think men are missing the right circles of support, of love, accountability? Man, men showing up for them when they need it. Is the fact that men kind of find themselves in isolation, that it's hard for them to look backwards and pour into another life that may not be their child? Do you think that's a problem?
Yeah, that's trust. Yeah, it's a problem because as men, man, we are. I can speak for myself. Coming up, man. My dad always tell us, boys don't cry, or be tough, wherever, what I'm saying? And screaming. But if we sit there and, if we cry with it, my dad always get on her. And pretty much, man, that was instilled in us, man, for so long. We feel like, we couldn't cry, we couldn't be emotional, man. We couldn't allow that, because if you don't allow it to be able to get the help you need, man, especially that coming up, over that period of time, man, that stuff builds up, man. You know what I'm saying? And you throw the walls up, man, your walls up, man. Then finally, when you do meet somebody, man, a loving, caring woman that care about you, man, them walls up, man.
Vulnerable, man.
You don't know how to be vulnerable.
You don't know how to be vulnerable.
And that's the problem with our men, because we feel like, men feel like, for a long time, myself, I speak for myself, I felt like I could never cry, and I didn't want nobody to see you cry, because, a lot of times when people see you cry, they think that's a form of weakness. No, it ain't, man. They ain't a form of weakness. They just, like you saying, if, all that stuff built up, man, sometimes you got to cry, man, and get that stuff out, man, and be able to get around other men's, young or old. It don't matter. Sometimes we get caught in the age, but, man, to be able to talk to another brother and not talk to anybody that you just can talk to and just gonna give you a bunch of mess.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? How can you help me if you've never been through nothing? Or how can you help me if you don't have a true relationship with God? And not saying in all cases, but I'm just saying, but most cases, man, we need to try to be around more godly men, and when I say godly, not just any godly, but positive godly man that's gonna tell you the truth. That no matter what you good or bad, they're gonna tell you the truth and let you know, man, hey, and not try to sugarcoat it, but tell you in love to let you know, man, hey, and be real with it and transparent. That's the problem. We don't be transparent, man. We feel like, by me being a man of God, spiritual leader, I've learned, man, to learn and more, even more. And I was telling God, man, a while back, God, just help me continue, to be transparent, be real, and let people know, hey, even as me being a man of God or a spiritual leader, man, because I don't get caught up in the titles and none of that. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, I want people to know I'm only human too. You know what I'm saying? But I want them to know that, hey, I go through things just like you go through, because you may figure that I may be here on that level, whatever, by me being a pastor, because we get so caught, he's a pastor. But in the day, men of God and women of God, and I'm making focus on the men's right now, we're human too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Can I ask you this?
Go ahead,
and just tap into this, because I've heard this from a lot of men, man. Like, do you feel that a lot of men feel like their emotions don't matter? Are men walking around here feeling like, man, the way that I feel, my feelings, my emotions, it don't even matter to people. Like, I can't express it. Nobody really cares. Do you feel like men are walking around like that?
Yeah, I feel like men walk because, like you said, they feel like nobody don't care. They feel like, nobody listening. And a lot of times when they feel like, to the point that when nobody listens, they feel like they're being rejected, or they feel like pointed down. That would make them go to that extreme. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, man, we have to just be a a good ear to listen to what somebody's saying. Sometimes, man, it takes time just to listen, and see what they're going through, just to hear. And and a lot of times when you listen, you can pretty much, when you sit and talk to somebody, and why they talking, you're gonna see how the different reaction. You're gonna see the the different changes, whatever, and just watching their movements or how they talk and listening. Because a lot of times, man, I just get to a point for so long. I always do all the talking, and I always try to sit there and try to do it like the way I thought it should be, or instead of just listening and asking God what to say and how to say it. You know what I'm saying? Because it what we say, man, make a difference. Words are powerful, and then about time, and when you listen to person, you need to let them be able to get it out, man, and express themselves. It's like an onion. You know what I'm saying? How you peel back a layer one at a time. One thing about when it comes to man, they like an onion, man. One layer at a time.
You got to peel some layers back, man.
You got to peel a layer
and
back.
Be patient with that.
Be patient with that, man.
And there's a saying, man, that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
I care.
As I've grown, I've started to think about who I allow to actually impact me, right?
Come on, yeah.
And this is the thing. I can take influence from someone who's been somewhere, but if I don't know your character, I don't allow you to impact me. And what I mean by this is we're taking a lot of impactful thoughts and feelings and emotions and directions, and you don't even know those people's character, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't know if they even believe what they're saying. You don't know if they're walking by what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody would give me advice that's not good enough for them, now what type of advice is that? So if I don't know your character, listen, you can tell me something and you can influence me, right? But the ones that really impact me are people who I know their character. Because a lot of times, especially when it comes to social media, we putting issues out there and we don't even know the people who are giving us feedback back.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like we don't know if these people care. We don't know if they really like us just because they press the heart button or they say go ahead or you can do it and just jump out the window or do whatever. Like, we don't know these people's motives and if they care. Because I'm gonna tell you this: if I tell somebody something that I feel like they should do, right, and I care about them, I will support them through the consequences. Right? See, this is the thing, right? I'm not out here, like a brother might be like, man, I'm going through something in my marriage. I'm not telling that man, hey man, what you need to do is go home and tell her that she need to get right or you leaving. Well, who gonna let them in the house? Am I gonna let them use the extra room? No, people ain't ready for that. They telling you what to do, and they are not ready to support you behind the consequences. So I'm like, bro, if I don't know your character, right, I'll listen because you may be speaking the truth. Anybody can be used to speak the truth. I'll let that. But I'm not letting people have impactful influence over me if I don't know your character. No, you're just not having that, right? Anybody just can't impact me, or they cannot move me. You can give me information that I might cipher through and say, okay, that's true. I'm going to use that, right? But man, I'm just not taking what anybody's saying or giving, right? I got to line that thing up with the word of God. I got to line that thing up with truth. I got to line that up with, do you actually believe what you're saying? Right?
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I'm telling you, man, you should go home and tell your wife this. Well, you ain't telling your wife nothing. You gonna tell me to go tell my wife something?
You can't.
How you gonna go tell me to do something to my kids? Your kids running wild. You know what I mean? So, man, it's different if your kids running around, and I know that you putting in the work to tell them what to do was right, but they're rebelling against what you're saying. That's about knowing somebody. So I can trust that. I can trust that. Sometimes, man, you're trying to do the right thing, but people are rebelling against it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, bro, I just think, man, we need more quality relationships. Men need more quality relationships. And I think when men have better quality relationships, it's going to flow into all the areas of life. When men have better quality relationships, it flows into their home. It flows into their job. It even flows back into what God has given them in the sense of purpose. right? I was thinking today, and I said, man, the problem is that we have chosen pleasure over purpose.
Yeah.
Well, we've chosen pleasure over purpose. Men now are now seeking for pleasure because they feel like they're not heard, they feel like they're not valued, and they're missing their purpose. And because of that, man, they're not reaching back into the next generation, understanding that these next young men are next. They're just trying to live their own life. And I feel for them. They're just trying to get some sort of status themselves. They're just trying to get an emotional high and some sort of stabilization in their own emotions. They don't have time to do that with somebody else.
Man, come on, man.
But if they had the right support around them, maybe, just maybe, they can see something different, bro.
Yeah. And and thing too, man, Jim Murray, you said something to me back a while back, man, and it really caught my attention, you know what I'm saying? The fact that to help to see someone to walk and to help them to get to their full potential.
Yeah, man.
And that's so key, man, because a lot of times, like you just said, man, people don't know the reach their full, purpose, what God has for them, man. A lot of times, you know what I'm saying, they don't, because, just coming back, you know what I'm saying, from a single, mom, a broken home, whatever, single parent home, a lot of times people don't reach their full potential, you know what I'm saying, because, they have been taught, their parents have been taught themselves, and we look back on our parents, they only knew so much what their parents taught them. And
yeah, man.
Now, man, it's a different now, man. It's a whole new ball game now, man. It's a whole new thing, because now you're dealing with social media, man. You're dealing with, all this stuff going on, man. And be honest with you, man, even with, in the music industry right now, it's a circus, man. People got these people they look up to, man, and I don't knock folk, man. People do what they do, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day. But it need to be more example, man. It need to be more men that actually, and as spiritual leaders, man, you know what I'm saying, to be able to make a difference, make a change, man, let people know. One reason, man, I dress the way I dress, because, I got my own clothes that, right now, Christian Crunk, Urban Wear. But reason why I dress the different, man, because I know it's like, what I'm saying, like Paul said, what I'm saying, he was talking about the Romans to do what the Romans do. In other words, to fit in, to do what they do, because the Romans, had these different laws, but no, just going back to my brother Paul. But at the end of the day, man, I want to be able to let people know that as being a Christian, a spiritual leader, a man of God, I don't get caught about the past. I said a spiritual leader, because I am a spiritual leader, and what God has called me to do. But I want people to see that, hey, with this Christian Crunk, urban world, you could be able to still, to be able to make a difference, and let them know, hey, man, you still can have fun being a Christian. You still have fun, dressing the way. You don't have to be all in the collars and, the suits and stuff, man. I'm getting away from all that, man. I'm start dressing down with like blue jeans, have my own little swag, man. I'm trying to be different, because I am different, you know what I'm saying? But I want these people to know, man, because my main thing right now is to focus and to finish what God wants me to do in the earth, and to carry out the assignment that He's given me to make an impact in these communities, in the city, region, and nation, wherever God takes me, you know what I'm saying? And I want God to do it, because I realize God 100 and I'm 0. And that's where I want to stay, at a 0. As He been 100, because, man, to make an impact, to make a difference in our young Black communities, man, in the community, period. I know a lot of young men go through a lot of stuff from white males, the Asians, whatever, all from different type of race. Don't get me wrong, but especially in our Black community, man, you look at the drugs, you look at the alcohol, you look at, want to build this status, whatever, and you look at, want to get that quick money, man, selling drugs and, all that, man, want to feel important, man, want people to accept them into society, you know what I'm saying, to, man, then they to be who I am now, because I came from the streets, been in the street, live that life, whatever, to let them know, hey, you can still ride on the 24, the 26, the 30, still bump your music, but the only thing now you just doing it on this side, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times people feel like, listen that they think when you listen to music, they think you listen to some gospel like
yeah, and they ain't even listen to the words, man.
They ain't listen to the
words, man.
They just looking at
program.
I had somebody tell me, man, a while back, man, what's the Christian DJ? I said it's no different than being a secular DJ. All that we're doing, we just playing Christian urban music, you know what I'm saying? From not just just Christian hip hop, you know what I'm saying, from R&B, from you know what I'm saying, country grammar. Man, it's so much, man, pop, whatever, man, it's reggae. It's a whole nother level, man, that people be thinking that you can't do the same thing when you're on this side. You can do the same thing, but get what? It's much funner on this side. You got clean Christian music, man, smooth. You keep it smooth, clean, and crunk, man. And, to let them know, hey, we can do the same thing. And now because, like you said a few minutes, J. Murray, earlier, man, you got social media, all this stuff, man, but these young men need to see something, man. They need to see something different. People want to be want to have a role model or something they want to follow and want to be like this person, like LeBron James, rather want to be like this person, whatever, or Michael Jordan, whatever. But man, it's gonna take some godly men, some real men, that God have called to this to make a difference and have a different swag to let them know that, hey, you can still do the same thing on this side and even much better, because only what you do for God gonna last, man. And
well, look, man, hey, I'm sorry to cut you off, man, but we could do this all night, bro.
Yeah, man.
We're gonna get ready to wrap it up, man. World, man, please share some love for my special guest, my brother. Like I said, man, he is a soldier out here, man. And a lot of people, man, if you don't know, your kids know him in this community. I'm gonna tell you this: in neighborhoods in Opelika, kids know this man, and it's not because of this status that he has. It's because the work he put in. This man has put foot traffic in the community, and man, he's a jewel, man. So, brother, man, thank you so very much for coming on, man.
Man, thank you for having me on,
and hey, let me throw that plug out there, man. Christian Crunk Music Entertainment. You can reach out to him for this dope fit, this dope gear, man. Listen, man, this man is a pioneer, bro. Like when he really gets into something, man, he just don't stop at the music, man. He creating his own line, his own urban wear. He definitely pushes me to do what I've been called to do. He's a part of my circle for never, ever stop growing. So thank you, brother. Man, really heartfelt to have you. Man. This ain't the last time that you're going to do your thing. I know, man, we're going to do some great things because Never Stop Growing Christian Crunk Music, The Kingdom, man, it's just getting started, man. So real quick, I want to give you a just a minute, man, to share anything that's on your heart, man, for the community. Tell us anything about Christian Crunk Music Entertainment, and we're going to let the people have it, bro. So go ahead.
Oh, yeah. You can check me out on TikTok. I got a little stuff on TikTok. I'm trying to get in that social media life. I'm working on some stuff on Instagram as well. You can go on my Facebook page. You can pull it back off the cook. You'll pop on my page. And then also I got some stuff on our church page, Greater Word Our Lord Ministry, my own Facebook page, you know what I'm saying, TikTok. But I'm working on the stuff, and then you'll be seeing more out there. We will be working on get some stuff, get things online. Some from Christian Crunk Urban Wear, the hats, different. I got different logos.
Yeah, go get
styles.
it. It's
so,
hot,
you know what I'm saying? So we working on that. God been doing a lot of things, and also too, I just got signed with record label No More Dirty Inc. My boy Fred Whitlow, man, been knowing him for 19 years. So I'm with the No More Dirty family. Like my boy Jay Murray said earlier, they are the real deal, man. It's a movement going on. Got a lot of stuff, and I got a chance to be able to, you know what I'm saying, and to be in a international one of the magazines that have our logos in there now. So been working with working up other artists as well, man, from all over, with No More Dirty Inc. Got a lot of stuff. You'll be seeing more, but go and check them out on YouTube. No More Dirty Inc. my boy Fred Whitlow, you pulled up the White Side. They got Bible Beats. He be on Saturday at 2:00, and then he be on Tuesday. You know, check him out. You know, and you want to check out the links and stuff like that. But I'm just looking forward to be able to. If you want, like I said, if you want to book me, you want to get me whatever, just go to No More Dirty Inc. website, and they have contact numbers on there. You can find information, or you want to get with me in person. I can give you that number. That because he's my manager, I try to let them handle everything now and everything. But on the Christian Crunk side, I want to give a shout out to my boy Jay Mervin and this Christian Crunk squad family. My boy Ben, my boy J Rob, my boy Thad John, and you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, all the people that part of my sis out of ATL, Lois Bennett. You know, my beautiful wife. Number important, my beautiful wife, Miss C. She be on the one or two, man. I mean, she be doing her thing sometimes. So. But I thank God for my wife and my family. Thank God for my daughters, you know, all my kids, man. And, you know, just want to let y'all know that, you know, been a pioneer for a while. Give a shout out to all the guys that I know and you know, and you know what I'm saying, doing their thing in the Christian industry, whatever, you know, and out in the music industry. So, but man, but you'll get a chance to check me out this Saturday. Come out, check us out at Royal Park. Out there with the Growth Squad and the Brotherhood, the Family Way to Serve. We'll be out there this Saturday from 11 to 3:30. Come and give a shout out there. Come and check us out, man. Put it out there. Let people know that we'll be out there this Saturday. You'll be seeing us in the community. Got some more stuff coming up down the line. You know, people done partnership with. But you'll be seeing us out there more, man. But I thank God for my brother Jay Murray. Y'all please check my boy out on Never Stop Growing. He's doing his thing. I'm proud of my big little brother, man.
You push me, man. You push me, and we're just getting started.
We're just getting started. And man, tell about the man. Also, when we want to share this too, you know, my boy Jay Murray came up the Kingdom, so it's the Kingdom thing. So
man,
y'all started to grow.
Get ready, man.
Get ready,
man. The Kingdom is here, man.
Yeah,
the Kingdom is now. Well, listen, man. Thank you so very much. This won't be the last time that we hear from you, man. Thank you for sharing so much, man, and also just for sharing your incredible gift, man. I appreciate you. I know you're gonna get down, man, later on this week. So, never stop growing, family. What I want you to do is, I want you to follow this man, MacArthur Cook, on TikTok. He also on Facebook. Check out what's going on with Christian Crunk Music Entertainment. He's also signed to No More Dirty Inc. That's Fred Whitlow. Check them guys out, man, because they doing amazing stuff. And, boy, if you like this content, you know you need to like, subscribe, hit your boy up. We're going to have some incredible interviews, and you don't want to miss it, because all we doing is dropping seed that you need so you can grow into everything that you're supposed to be. So listen, man, we out of here. Until the next time. We love you and never stop growing. Love you.
Peace. K to the second letter. Who got the keys to the Jeep and the Hiller? They ain't never been realer. I am not shook, I'm aligned in chiller. My face blue steel, I ain't never been stiller. Ooh, KB ain't gotta get bigger. Ooh, Southside sing killers, bring light to the dark spots. Wake up, I didn't make up this God in the divine concealer. On the bread of heavens like the red and black 11s, walking through the pearly gates. Poppy do the most, I'm in the Holy Ghost. I'm looking like the Pope swerving race. They gon' get the word.